Hi, welcome. My name is Elisa. I'm going to be going through about a 45-minute Vinyasa sequence for you folks today. It is going to be a bit of a grounding sequence. I hope you guys enjoy this sequence. I have ran through it way too many times to count. So let's get started. We're going to start at the front of our mats. Stand about shoulder width apart. Maybe if you got to move your legs a little bit, find what's comfy, move your feet a little bit. We want to not lock our knees while we're standing up straight. Maybe rolling the shoulders back a bit, bringing the navel to our spine, and having our chin and our head just looking straight ahead. Maybe bringing your arms just straight up by your side, extending your arms down and your fingers tips wide. Maybe wiggling your fingertips a little bit and really just finding where you're at today and seeing and checking in with your body today. All right, we're gonna extend up and bring our arms into cactus. Extend up and forward fold. Half lift. Straight down. And we're gonna step it back into plank pose. Arms about shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna drop our knees. Maybe untuck our toes, or you can leave them tucked, whatever's comfortable for you. Have your hands, whatever feels comfortable to you. We're going to have our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. And if you need a moment to find your place, that's okay. And we're going to do 5 breaths and 5 rounds of cat-cow. So on an inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. And exhale. Maybe pushing through the knees, pushing through the hands. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And remember to go at your own pace with your own breath. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're gonna lift it back to plank. Slowly lower ourselves down. And we're gonna press our feet into the mat and slowly lift up into cobra. Back down. I'm gonna tuck the toes, lift back up to plank, and push into downward dog. If you need to readjust your hands, please do so. Adjust your feet if you need to, maybe walking it out if you're feeling a little tight, if it's early in the morning. Just pushing firmly through your wrists, up through your shoulder. Trying to bring those legs parallel to the back wall. Maybe sinking in your heels into the mat. All right, on an exhale, we're gonna hop, step, or jump forward. Half lift. And exhale down. And we're just gonna hold this here just for a moment. Maybe swing side to side. Trying to warm our body up a bit. Really leading with your chest and not leading with your head. And then we're gonna half lift all the way back down to a forward fold. And on an inhale, slowly rise up. Your chin being the last thing to come up. And on an exhale, bring your arms up overhead. And we're gonna sit into chair pose. And just feel the difference in your body. You know, maybe you need to move your feet around a bit and really find some grounding there. Get one good breath in here. And then on an exhale, we're gonna release and come down. Half lift. And exhale down, planting the hands, bending the knees, and stepping back into plank. We're gonna lower the body to the floor, maybe into a chaturanga, into another cobra. Maybe if you're feeling warm already, you can do into an upward facing dog. Do what feels right for your body. Then we're gonna tuck the toes, and on an exhale, push right back up to downward facing dog. All right, and on one more big breath here. All right, and now we're just gonna walk our hands back to our feet with our knees bent. We're gonna halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then rising up, right back into extended mountain pose. We're gonna take our right foot and step out into a high lunge or a crescent moon. And let's just find our center here, you know, pushing strong through both feet. Possibly squeezing the thighs together. If having your hands at your side is more comfortable for you, that is okay. You want your shoulders stacked over your hips. All right, now we're gonna just drop that back knee and do a low lunge. And what I want you to do here is just feel the difference of the muscles that need to work, especially in the lower half of the body, trying to figure out where that middle ground is and how subtle changes can make a big difference. Maybe still trying to squeeze the thighs together, shoulders stacked over your hips, and pushing firmly through the top of your foot, your knee, and the front of your right foot. All right, we're gonna bring the arms up, and we're actually just gonna set them down right in front of us. And we're just gonna walk our right foot over so it's behind our left wrist, and our right knee will meet our right wrist. Sometimes I myself need to sink myself back into pigeon pose. You don't want to be sitting on your knee, but pushing firmly into your foot. If you want to come down, you're more than welcome to. And back up. I'm going to tuck the toe, go into plank, slowly lower ourselves down in chaturanga, cobra, Or again, upward facing dog if you're warm enough. Lower back down. And we're going right back in a downward facing dog. All right, one more big breath. And on an exhale, we want to bend our knees and start walking our hands to the back of our mat again. Halfway lift. And right back down. And come all the way up to extended mountain pose. Taking our left foot forward into a high lunge or a crescent moon. Making sure our shoulders are stacked over our hips. Excuse me. Pushing firmly through our feet. Maybe squeezing the thighs together if possible. If you need your hands at your hips for balance, that's okay. And one more good breath here. Inhale. And on an exhale, we're going to lower and drop our knee to the mat. Maybe lowering our arms as well, bringing those to our sides. And once again, just finding balance, finding your center in a lower lunge, and feeling the difference between being in a high lunge / crescent moon to a low lunge. Noticing the different muscles you may be working. Still squeezing the thighs together, pushing firmly through the knee and the top of the foot on the right side and the bottom of the foot on the left side. We're going to bring our arms up and exhale, place them out in front of us. We are now going to walk the left foot over so the left ankle is behind the right wrist and my left knee is behind my left wrist. And I'm just going to lower now into pigeon pose. And once again, you can either sit like this, and we're going to just hold this for a couple of breaths. You're going to push firmly through your foot. If possible, maybe you want to lean down. And last one. On an exhale, we're going to come back up. Tuck the toes. Bring our leg out to plank. Lower. Chaturanga to upward facing dog. So lowering back down, exhale, downward facing dog. If you need to adjust your feet any way you need to, pushing firmly through your hands. Alright, gonna lift our back leg up. Exhale, bring it to the front. We're going to drop our back foot and bring it up to warrior one. And if you need to, if you feel like you're walking on a tightrope and it is not necessary, it's a little bit too intense for you, place your feet as if they are on a railroad track. So a little bit farther apart. Now we're going to exhale into warrior two, going down a little deeper. If you need to adjust your foot out a little farther, that is okay. This whole practice is about finding your center. Again, we're gonna have our shoulders stacked over our hips. All right. Now we're back up to Tadasana. And as we are here, we're gonna again lower into chair pose as the hips are neutral once more. And back up. Swing the arms down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release, leading with the chest. Placing our palms down and stepping back into a plank. And now we're gonna exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Alright, if you need to walk it out, do so. Pressing the feet firmly into the mat, trying to dig the heels in. Pushing strongly through our hands, pushing all the way through our shoulders, engaging those back muscles. All right, on an inhale, lift your leg up. On an exhale, kick it all the way back. And on an inhale, step it through. We're gonna lift up into warrior one, meaning we're gonna drop the foot. And again, if you need to inch your feet over, that is a-okay, just to have a wider stance. Now we're gonna open up to warrior two, once again. And we're just gonna hold it, sagging the shoulders over the hips, pushing firmly through both feet, making sure we're engaging our core. All right, we're gonna swing up, back into chair pose. You can either do prayer hands if you'd like. All right, from there, we're gonna do an inhale and an exhale. We're gonna twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right back down. And step it back into plank. Lowering the chaturanga to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Once again, having your hand shoulder width apart, pushing firmly through your hand. You feel it engaging all the way up through your arms. Just letting your head dangle through that. All right, we're gonna hop, step, jump it to the front. Half lift. Lower down. Inhale, slowly rolling up, making sure our chin is the last thing to rise. All right. From here, we're going to kick our left leg back to open railroad track straight into warrior two. We want to make sure our shoulders are stacked over our hips. And that we can see straight out both of our arms. From here, we're going to inhale and exhale to reverse warrior. And bring it to the front. If you need to put your hand down, you can always grab a block here if need be. All right. Now we're going to turn our leg over. And once again, we're just going to bring our leg back. And from here, we're gonna bring our hands forward, step it to the front, and again, slowly rolling up into mountain pose. From here, we're going to now lift our left leg up into tree pose, whether you have your left leg resting in the middle of your right leg. You can have your leg resting, your heel resting on the top of your foot as well. Or if you can bring it all the way up, bring it all the way up. Maybe you need to put your hands in your hips. Maybe bring your hands out to the side. Maybe extend them up. Do what feels comfortable for you. We're gonna hold this for 3 more breaths. Just really finding our balance here. Grounding ourselves with our right foot, pushing strongly and firmly, where you can feel it throughout your whole body. Lengthening. And one more inhale. And exhale, we can drop the foot. Bring the arms up. Wipe them down to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, planting the palms and stepping into plank. Lowering down to chaturanga, to upward facing dog, and exhaling, lowering down, and pushing into downward facing dog. Once again, if you need to adjust your body, adjust appropriately. Maybe keeping a slight bend in the knees and not locking our knees straight. Maybe you still need to walk it out. We're going to be pushing our tailbone straight up and back. Pushing strongly through our hands and making sure the head is just relaxed. On the next exhale, we're going to hop, skip, jump to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, slowly rolling the body up. Do extended mountain pose. Now we're going to be taking the right foot and sending it back at an angle, opening straight up into warrior two. Once again, we want the shoulders stacked over our hips, pushing through the outside of that right foot, pushing up through our left foot, holding strong. I'm gonna reverse warrior to extended side angle. I'm really getting that stretch in there. If you need a block for this, that's okay. And we're gonna just sweep our arms down, turning the back leg and stepping to the front. Inhale, forward fold, and then exhale. Again, slowly rolling our bodies up and going back into tree pose with our left leg being our grounding station. Extend our hands out to our sides, up here, or even place them on our hips. You can put your heel, either your right heel, on the top of your left foot gently, pushing strongly through that leg. And if you're able to, maybe bringing it up as far as you can. And we're gonna just do 4 breaths here. Remember that left leg is going to be our grounding leg. Try to find balance on all balls of your feet. And one last inhale. And exhale, dropping the foot. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping into plank, chaturanga. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Exhale, back to a downward facing dog. Now we're gonna drop our knees. And we can either keep the toes tucked if you like, maybe drop those toes, whatever feels comfortable for you. We're gonna have a flat back in our tabletop pose. And once again, just finding a comfortable position, making sure our wrists are sitting under our shoulders and our knees are sitting under our hips. All right, to find our center, to find our balance, we are now going to kick the right leg back out, maybe pointing the toe down, and then bringing that left arm out. Try not to drop the back, have the navel meet your spine, and just hold for 2 more breaths. Last one. Exhale, drop it down. All right, this time we're going to bring the left leg back and bring that right arm out. And again, we're just going to hold it, trying to reach your leg out as far as you can. Trying not to drop the belly, sucking the navel to the spine, and reaching and extending that arm out as well. You're gonna hold for 1 more. And release. here, we are going to lift up into plank. We're just gonna hold for a minute, maybe rocking. And now let's fall over, stacking our left foot on top of our right foot and reaching our left arm all the way into the air, pushing up through our right arm. One more breath here. Exhale, release, back to plank. Staying strong here, staying strong. You've got this. Now we're gonna stack over to the other side. Putting our right foot on top of our left. Reaching our right arm straight up into the sky. Pushing strongly through our left. Inhale. Exhale, release. Right, maybe dropping the knees, crossing the legs, and sitting back. Good job. Now we're gonna bring the legs out in front of us and just observe the difference here from being standing to now seated. And we're gonna reach our arms up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, leading with the chest. And we're coming back up. Now we are going to butterfly the legs. You can be as close or far from your feet as you would like, as to what is comfortable for you. And here we're just going to sit for a moment, finding our center here, maybe allowing our legs to relax. You can always put blocks underneath your legs if you would like to. Maybe rolling the shoulders back a little bit. Shining our heart on through forward. Giving a small smile. All right. Now reach the arms up. And we are gonna forward fold. Maybe placing the hands down. Again, leading with the chest, not the head. If you want, you can grab onto your feet for support as well. Reaching through the crown of your head forward. And inhale, slightly release. Exhale. See if you can go a little farther down. Inhale.
And in this moment, I realized my son is calling me for a nightly phone call. And we reset.
And inhale, coming all the way up. Maybe placing our arms behind us, staying in butterfly pose, and just scooting forward. And we're gonna just slowly lean back onto our arms if you're able to, and slowly lowering yourself down. If you're off your mat like I am, just inch your way down. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so again, we're just going to be in butterfly pose. And we are going to be laying back. And we don't want to be using any muscles in our leg. Kind of just let gravity do the work. If this is too much for you, please grab your blocks and make sure you place them underneath your thighs on the side so you have some relief, so it doesn't feel like it's straining your groin area. And one more deep breath in and exhale out. Inhale, we're gonna lift our feet and our knees up. We're gonna grab the inside of our feet and we're gonna go into happy baby pose. Here, maybe we're gonna, there we go. We're gonna roll our backs out, maybe moving left, right. Really like using your arms to kind of help maneuver your legs, maybe getting a deeper stretch. Then we're going to release, bringing our legs down. Whoa. Came down too far apparently. Alright. And on an inhale, we're going to bring our right leg up towards our chest. And maybe using our hands to press it down into our chest a little bit more. And using your right hand on top of your right knee, we're gonna just kind of help guide our knee to get a little bit more rotation in it, maybe moving it left, moving it to the right. And really, again, use your hand to help support you. And now we're gonna take our left hand, place it on the side of our right knee, and bring it over so we have a nice stretch. Maybe reaching your right arm out. And one more breath. Release. Alright, now we're gonna grab our left knee and bring it to our chest. And now using our left hand, helping our knee just find some rotation in our hip. And just helping to guide my leg a little bit without doing it itself. Alright, and one big rotation out. And now we're gonna take our right arm, our right hand, place it on the outer end of our left knee, and bring our leg on over. You can either have your leg maybe out, maybe bent if you need to. We're gonna have our left arm stretched out to the side of us, looking over, getting a nice little twist in our back as well. One more breath. And release. Alright, now we're just gonna take a few minutes to take what we learned from practice. Maybe we need to readjust our body a bit. And we are gonna lay here and just rest. Maybe checking in with your body a bit. I'll leave you here for just a few minutes, and when it's time, I'll let you know, and I will slowly bring you out of Shavasana. So as we are here laying on our backs, we'd like to check in with ourselves and see where we're at, see how we're feeling. Are our thoughts still wandering? Does our body feel warm? Do we feel like we're missing something? Does something feel off? If you've had a lot of stress lately, maybe a lot of thoughts, it's important important to take those thoughts and remember that it is just a thought. Think it, let it be, and wish it away. May it come again later, but remember this is your time. Your body is important. You are important. Right now, it's the time to be in the moment. Just lying here, relaxing. Alrighty. Now we're going to just maybe slowly wiggle our toes. Maybe wiggle our fingers a little bit. Maybe open our eyes back up. Come back with us in the moment. And if you want to, you can slowly roll on your side. Maybe lay there for another minute or two if you need to before you get up. There's truly no rush at all. Take your time. Take what you can from the practice at hand. The practice isn't about how well you did. The practice is about being present and in the moment. And whenever you're ready, you can get on up, or you can pause the video and maybe lay here a little longer. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate everything. Namaste. It has been a blessing teaching you guys the sequence that I have come up with myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this sequence as much as I do. You have a very blessed week, and hopefully there will be another video coming